Welcome, Wolf and Wolfettes! We are back with Shadow of the Colossus on the PlayStation 4 Pro Hard Mode, and today we are going to be taking down Colossus number 7, which is an underwater boss. Now, depending on how quickly I can get the attention of this Colossus, today's video might be pretty short. I mean, it might be 10 minutes, it might even be less. This is going to be a very iffy video, and there's not much I can do once I've defeated this boss, because we have to go straight to the next boss, you know, so I think this one might be a shorter video today, so if it is, I do apologise. But before we go to the next boss, look at my Queen Sword. Look at my Queen Sword. Isn't that a beautiful sword? What do you think of my Queen Sword? I would love to have a Queen Sword like that in real life. Could you imagine if I walked around the street with a sword like that? I mean, most people would probably call me a nerd, but when they finally feel the power of my Queen Sword in their flesh, they won't be thinking I'm a nerd anymore, would they? That is a badass sword. I love all the writing down it, like sort of like that Japanese looking writing. Obviously it's not Japanese, it's like just random. Looks a bit Aztec actually, doesn't it? But yeah, let's go to the next boss. Now, one thing. I keep forgetting buttons. I keep pressing square. One thing I think that doesn't really get mentioned about this story that I sort of think happens. Eventually, throughout this game, you're gonna learn that there is some people pursuing you, and they're heading towards the Forbidden Land. Because, as you guys know, this is the Forbidden Land, where some entity known as Dormin is like the ruler of this Forbidden Land, and he has the power to bring back people from the dead. So obviously, we've brought our girlfriend here to revive her, and to do that, he has asked us to destroy these 16 colossi. Now, it already sounds a bit suspicious, doesn't it? But also, to destroy these colossi, you need a certain kind of sword, you know? And the sword we possess, because if you watched the first video, Dormin mentions that I have the sword that can shred light or something like that. He says something very poetic. But I've got the weapon, so I'm starting to think that maybe Wanda has stolen a weapon, and that's why he's being pursued. Because eventually you do see a couple of people, and it's like they're chasing him, you know. It's like they're heading here after him, you know. Or I don't know if it's maybe because when you activate a shrine, or when you defeat a Colossus, random beams of light appear in the sky. I mean, if you look in the sky, you might see some. I don't think you can see any, because all the Colossuses I've defeated and all the shrines I've done are behind that mountain. But actually, once we've done this, let's have a look. I think it might be when you defeat Colossuses. So either the people are noticing the beams of light from every time we defeat a Colossus, and they're coming here to find out who is trespassing on the Forbidden Land, or we've stolen some sort of majestic weapon and they're like mad about it. Let's have a look. Is there a beam of light? No. So it must be every time you defeat a Colossus. But yeah, let's head over to the next boss now. Like I said though, this video, I don't know how long it's going to be. I mean, it might be a bit longer because this boss is a bit of a pain in the butt. Trying to get his attention can take a while, you know. And if you don't, you have two ways of doing it. You can either be very quick and you can take him down brilliantly, or you're going to have to faff around for a while, you know. It's one of those bosses where if you accidentally let go of him, or he shakes you off, then you're going to have to mess around for a while. But we'll see how we do. We might do it in one. It's coming in now. You can stay here, Aggro. I don't need you for now, so you might as well stay here and eat some grass, mate. Let me give you a stroke before I leave, because you are adorable. There you go, mate. There you go. You are a cute pony, you are. Enjoy that grass, mate, and yeah, thanks for being a good pony. You've not really been annoying me much in this playthrough, so yeah. Thanks, mate. You are adorable, and I love you. I love you. Mwah. Mwah. Yeah, cute pony. I love animals. I love animals, Wolf Wolfettes. I love animals. Well, that was the quickest cutscene in history, wasn't it? I wish all cutscenes were like that. Oh, dear. Right. So, what's going to happen is, to activate the boss, you need to jump into the water. Now, whilst you're down there, the boss isn't really going to acknowledge you at all. He's just going to swim around in the water. So just keep swimming around, and eventually, the boss's eyes will turn red. Now, when his eyes turn red, that means he's coming for you. Now, you need to be careful, because this boss is going to have 3 spikes on his back, and each of them are covered in lightning. I'm not sure what Aggro is doing here. I told him to stay outside, but he ignored me like a bad pony. but he's going to have 3 lightning spikes. Now, once he starts coming up towards you, his spikes come out of the water and they electrify all of the surrounding water. So you want him to come at you so you can get him out of the water, but then you also need to move away a bit. Now, when he comes out of the water, each of his spikes are going to poke out. Once the third one's poked out, quickly get back to where his body is, because his tail's going to come out of the water a bit, and that's when you have to grab him. Now, once you've grabbed him, he's going to slowly mess around, and slowly, eventually, he's going to line himself up the top of the water, and he's going to keep going sort of like this, you know, and then sometimes you can move up, then you have to hold on whilst you're underwater and stuff like that. Now, you have to break all 3 of his electrical spikes. Now, when you're doing it, make sure you stab them before he goes underwater, because if you grab on, you don't stab him quick enough, and then you're holding on to the area where the spike is, it will electrify you and you'll take massive damage and probably let go of the boss. So make sure you stab them only when you've got plenty of time, and don't go near him if you're going to end up underwater. Now, once you've broken all 3 of those spikes, you're going to get to his head where his only weak spot is. He will take damage from the spike hits, but all of the damage will be done to his head. Now, I've got the Queen's Sword, so I'll hit him in 1, he will be destroyed, you know. But if you're lucky, if you wait for him to lift his head up and you plunge and get a really good plunge, you can take this boss out in 1 without having to worry about falling off of the boss and then waiting 10 hours for him to eventually come at you again. So try and concentrate when you do this, because you don't want to be dropped off the boss, because it takes forever for him to come after you again. He just doesn't seem to care about you, you know. But let's do this. Let's try and do this in 1. Cannonball! Okay, he looks a bit like a catfish, doesn't he? I don't know if you guys have done much fishing. All of my older fans will know that I used to do fishing a lot, you know, because that's what my first channel was, a fishing channel. I wish I'd kept my fishing channel. Honestly, if I'd kept my fishing channel, I reckon I'd be a big channel on YouTube now. I think it's already coming at me, actually. Typical. So this video is going to be shorter now, thanks to this git. Right, so you want to move away from his spikes, but you want to sort of keep level with his body. I'm going to get hit now, I think. No. Right, so once this one comes out, right, now quickly get ready. Start following him along and hold R2 straight away. Then as soon as his tail comes out, there you go, grabbing it. Oh, no, no! Ah, no, we didn't do that very well, did we? We did that terribly. You don't really want to end up on the tip of his tail anyway, because if you end up on the tip of his tail, I don't think you can get along the whole length of his body before he submerges himself completely, and he won't come up until you let go of him. So you want to sort of be halfway between the end of his tail and the 3rd spike, you know. If you're on the tip, then you're probably going to have a bad day anyway. It's probably good we didn't grab him. It's because I started talking about fishing, I wasn't concentrating. But he's going to take forever to, like, come at me now, I think. Oh no, he's being alright at the moment. He's being, I guess because I've got to make a longer video and I don't want it to be too short. Now he's just trolling me. I don't care if I get shot with it. There we go. We're pretty far back on his tail. You have to be careful when he does that little loop that he just did then, because sometimes it can make you drop off. Right, now we're going to have to slowly make our way up his body. We won't be able to make much progress. That's the problem with being on the tip of his tail. But like I said though, you want to get to the bottom of each spike, and there's going to be a little mini weak spot similar to the other ones we've done, you know, where you like damage them. It's just like a little damaging thing to like distract them or make them do something that you need them to do. It's not an actual vital spot, you know. I'm trying to be quick. Like I said though, be careful. You don't want to end up submerged next to the spike. Like right now, you want to be very quick. Okay, that was close. Now when you do it, it's going to deactivate the lightning, so you won't take any damage. Just got to make sure you're very quick. Like, that was lucky. Because if you don't stab it enough or you miss, then you will be shocked. And even though you might survive, the main problem is you'll probably be knocked off of his body. And that's what you don't want. You don't want to be knocked off. That was pretty close. Okay, now we need to make our way over to his head. If you're not quick though, he will eventually just submerge himself permanently. There we go, we did it! Okay, lovely jubbly. Let me see if I can grab one of these doves very quickly. Oh, there we go. Woo! Oh, I should have took a screenshot of that. I was trying to take a picture of that for a while, but I kept on messing up. I kept forgetting the button. You have to press down on the D-pad. I think you can turn it off. So if you've accidentally deactivated it, you might not have the option turned on. Photo mode is pretty good though. I'm not going to press it just in case actually, because I don't know if it's going to mess with my recording. It shouldn't do, but just in case. I'm very twitchy when it comes to messing with a recording. But yeah, I think the next Colossus is over that way. The next one is quite a bit of a trek actually. I did find a way of getting to him a bit quicker, because I used to take the longest bloody route in history for no reason, but I found a quicker way of getting to him. But the next boss it's definitely going to be a longer video next time, because we have to run there and it's quite far. And the next boss, even with the Queen's Sword, there's a couple of tactics involved, but without the Queen's Sword, this boss is very long. I reckon this boss will take you about 20 minutes, you know, depending on your stamina, how many stabs you manage to get in. If you're quick and you know what you're doing, he's not too bad. But, yeah, the next boss is a bit of a pain in the butt. But yeah, we'll have to do that next time. So, I'm going to end the video now, BwolfTheWolf. I'm not sure how long I've been recording for, because I'm used to I'm playing a game that doesn't really... It's normally I do a 20-minute video and then I end it, you know, because I'm doing it until I defeat a boss. I'm not really sure how long I've been recording now. I've done 4 videos in a row, so that's good progress, you know. At least my chest is getting better and I can talk for longer and that. Because I did one video at first and I was just like, fucking hell. But yeah, thanks for watching, Wolf. I bet sorry this is a shorter video. Next time it will be longer. I'm going to be doing Moss, but I'm not sure if I've started it yet. Because by the time you guys see this video, I would have already played Moss quite a bit. but I'm not sure if I would have started uploading it or not. But if I have started Moss, I might already be uploading it, and maybe I'll be doing 2 videos a day, I'm not sure. If not, I will be doing Moss on this channel eventually. That's the problem with recording in bulk. You never know what to say in the future because you don't know what you've done in the past. It's a pain in the butt. Oh dear. But yeah, thanks for watching, WolfTheWolf. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and we killed a massive cod. I mean a massive catfish. Like, share, and join the pack today.